We're live.
Oh.
Okay, hey, there's a lot of people on there.
Already? Hello,
Well,
everyone. Sorry
hi.
for the delay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anthony. This is Casey. And today we're going to have a really cool, interesting conversation about the meaning behind the pure worship.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to interact with our people in our chat. We want to see what you guys think. And if you got a chance to check out the video I just posted, let us know what you thought about that as well.
Mm-hmm. What was it about?
The one I just posted?
Yeah.
It was several things. It was actually showing how many times they can say, trust the governing body. And then it shows how they get new light and how they go through 1879 to get their materials. And then I posted links in the description. So if anybody wants to get that information to see what the governing body is looking at, the links are in the description of that video. And you also got a bonus there. I sent you to the United Nations website so you can read the letter about them being a member of the United Nations from the United Nations themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here.
Sounds good.
Voila. Oh, much better. There we go. Well, as the immortal words of Lionel Richie, it feels good to feel good. Let's go, guys.
So we decided to do a live stream on Thursday for anyone who can't do it on the weekend. Hello, Sean from Connecticut. SD, hello. From Holland. Happy Heretic. I like that.
I do like that. Happy Heretic. Oh, they've been here before.
The Happy Heretic.
Yeah. They're actually kind of cool. We've interacted a bunch of times.
Zoini from
Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden, right? Yeah. Thank you for joining today.
Yep. Hey, guys.
Yeah. I was just going to see if I could pull up the live stream on my phone, too.
And I'm actually getting here so I can start looking at you guys because I can't see. So
even you can't see here?
Not unless I put my face right up in that screen.
Yeah.
Even with glasses on, I'm blind as a bat, guys.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
It feels good to feel good.
Yeah. So we wanted to talk about a little bit about the Pure Worship Convention, just like the way they have really brought home the I want to say apostate videos and how they are really pushing that down their throats. Also, like the materialism and telling people to give up on college in a future so they can go to Bethel or be a regular pioneer or something. Right. So we were just wondering if this is going to keep the witnesses in longer and like really like especially the zealots. They might say, okay, you know what, I really got to listen to the governing body no matter what. Or is it going to make people question, the ones who are maybe already questioning? Are they going to maybe say, you know what, I'm done, I'm out? So remember the Pure Language Convention? Pure Language?
Oh, Netherlands. I'm sorry. I keep saying Sweden. You're from the Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah.
And Happy Heretics from Holland.
Hi, Jane.
For worship.
So how do
convention.
you get to the live? I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So Pure Language is. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. It's Mormon stuff. I didn't know. Okay.
It's what?
Mormon stuff. It said.
Oh, okay.
It was.
What about Mormon stuff?
Pure Language.
Oh.
Convention.
Huh.
Okay. It was in the 90s. My sister and family are active JWs and terrified of YouTube or research, but there are at least 10 active JWs on YouTube. Is that not wrong now? Yeah, I would say that Jehovah's Witnesses are not supposed to. They're not supposed to have YouTube channels. Am I supposed to be on YouTube?
Yeah.
And then what?
And then go to your live and.
Where's live? Yeah, we're trying to.
Right there, but it won't open it. So, there it goes.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, trying to pull this up on our phones.
Yeah.
Hi, Jay.
Now, see, this is pretty interesting. I did not grow up one of Jehovah's Witnesses. She did.
Yeah.
I studied with the Jehovah's Witnesses. I studied for quite a while with them. And so I got to learn a lot about their material, about the things that they believe. Got to learn quite a bit, actually. All their watchtowers, all the way to way back when, and presented the elders with the material that I had gathered when she got reinstated.
Yes, Watchtower is in panic mode. I agree.
Yes.
So
that's what this whole convention's about, by the way. And I'm glad you guys mentioned that, because it's very obvious that it's damage control. That's what they're trying to do. And what's kind of weird, and it's good and bad in some ways, they're going to kick out the people, the PMOs and stuff, and people at spit centers are going to probably bail, not all, but a large portion. But the ones that are for real believers, like the Anthony Morrises, they're going to follow, they're going to swallow it hook, line, and sinker. And they're going to, even more so, as they already think everybody that's in the worlds of Satan, they're going to be even more about that. So they won't listen to you. They'll stick their fingers in their ears, and they're not going to listen to you.
That's true. Yeah,
but the good thing is when it comes to the courts, this is actually going to work in the court's favor, because it'll show the control the governing body has over its members by telling them not to look outside of their material, not to research outside of their material, unless you to nothing. Don't look outside the material. Don't research. Don't listen to anybody saying anything about the Jehovah's Witnesses. That just proves control. The governing body is in control.
CJ, I just posted the email there in the chat, paxonjw@gmail. If anyone wants to email, if they're up for an interview or anything like that.
Definitely.
Jane says, she was at the grocery store. Some young lady about 25 years old came up to me and asked, did I want a Bible study? She came to my house. She showed me some Bible scriptures. It was weird. I told her not interested, but she told me they meet on Saturday night, but it was not a JW name of their church. I Googled the girl's name.
That's weird.
She is a stripper. This is for real. L. Brooke. What? That is weird. I think
that's like the children of God kind of thing.
I think it is a con job to come to my home.
Oh yeah, probably case out your place. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you happen to be on
that's scary.
Their blacklist. Maybe they think that if you're inactive, or if you if you're just inactive, and they might think you are an apostate or something. They could be sneaky about it.
The new background's post Armageddon.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The desert.
I love the desert. It's like one of my favorite places. So I lived in the desert for quite a while. I'll post.
Yeah, that was weird that Jane, that lady did that. Very strange.
Yeah, that's not normal.
You posted your birthday week on your WhatsApp status. And that's great, CJ.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of people in here today. By the way, I'd like to thank everybody who contacted us and wanted bumper stickers. And even though we said we needed the shipping, and most people just contacted us, wanted them, we sent them anyway. So that was great. And we thank you. We did not realize that many people would want bumper stickers. It was pretty impressive. So today,
here's what they look like.
Yeah. So here's what we're going to do today. At sometime during this live stream, we're going to do a giveaway and give away one shirt, one bumper sticker, or maybe two bumper stickers. And you don't even have to worry about the shipping or nothing. We'll just mail it to you. That way, because we don't get so overwhelmed trying to mail stuff out, we'll just do it here and there, do giveaways.
Yeah. And here's what the t-shirt looks like.
Oh, show the back.
So this is the front. Okay. And here's the back. So it's just,
and these are not for sale or nothing.
No.
They're freebies, you know.
Yeah, we just made them because we wanted people to go to the website jwfacts.com.
Well, and it was actually a thing where they was going to protest the convention, and the bumper stickers and the T-shirts were for the protest of a certain convention. It didn't happen. So
yeah, it was like pre-pandemic, so
yeah,
it never ended up happening.
correct.
Yeah, so so we'll do like so how do you want to do the giveaway thing?
Well, we'll wait and we'll see, later into the live stream, and we'll see how many people's in here. And then we'll just probably just do a choose a number.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, Happy Thoughts enjoyed your video.
We'll write a number down.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you put a lot of research into that.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you notice, the ones who saw his video, the little clip from the Poltergeist movie?
Oh yeah.
Did you get that? Yeah. He was with an organization. He wasn't selling anything. That sound familiar? I love it.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Do you think Jehovah's Witnesses get all wacky if USA goes to war with Iran? I have heard they feel
that's Armageddon.
President 47 will bring on Armageddon. Okay. I don't know. I'm not really sure. My mom does not talk politics at all. So I have no idea what she thinks. Because they all just think anybody, they're all the same. I hated conversations because I'm allergic to fragrances and they take a bath in cologne and perfume.
Well, you can go in the fragrance-free room.
Especially the young, unmarried, horny ones.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, he has a lot of allergies. So if we went to the Kingdom Hall, there are some that will have a room in the back for people who are highly allergic, and they will make sure that it's an allergy-free, the second school. But people should be more conscientious of that. Like, don't be wearing heavy perfumes and colognes when you go to a church, because it'll be, people can have really bad allergies to that.
We're to do a video on all the terminology.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, are you in the truth? Were you raised in the truth? Yes.
Part of the truth, believe in the truth. How long you been in the truth?
Yeah. Are you one of Jehovah's Witnesses? You can't say, are you a Jehovah's Witness? That's wrong. You have to say one of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
Or in the truth. That's JW lingo for you. The end is near.
Yep. Well, anyway, guys, what I was wanting to talk about a little bit, in case he was wanting to talk about as well, is the fact that this convention is got to go down in history as one of the craziest ones they've done. And it is one where they're flexing, the governing body's flexing their strength. And they're painting anyone that they consider an apostate as Satan himself. And telling people that it's your best friend you grew up with. No matter how well you knew them, do not trust them if they're talking bad about the religion. Think about this. If they got proof, then they're showing you proof. Don't believe it. Don't believe nothing that's bad about the organization, because it's all apostate lies, no matter how much truth they're presenting to you. Now, when somebody's doing that, that means they're hiding something. And when somebody tells you what you can watch, what you can wear, what you can do, what materials you can look at, you're in a cult. That's cult 101. That's just plain and simple. And that the good thing with this is in the court systems, it's going to be very evident that's what they're doing. Hopefully, and in order to pierce the corporate veil so that all of their corporations that's inside their shell can be exposed, they have to be an accumulation of things. And this is just one more of those accumulation that'll go against them to pierce the corporate veil. And then it's like making a corporation naked. Everything about them is exposed and has to be, or they get to go out. They got a lot of stuff hitting against them. Just to think about a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Remember Heritage USA and the PTL, and Jim Baker took it to his knees.
Uh-huh.
And however, I still believe that Knight Ridder was responsible for that. And I think Jim had just ticked off somebody. But anyway, that's going to go down a rabbit hole. But
So to answer your question, I think it was happy thoughts. Yeah, we'll plan to do another live stream on Sunday, right?
yes, definitely Sunday
so,
at 8, right?
No.
What?
Sunday at 8 p.m.
No, 6. What time do we do them?
We're supposed to do them like 4 or 5 p.m.
Oh, 5. That's right.
Yeah. It's
you can tell I'm on La La Land today.
Yeah, it's we just decided to do an extra one this week because some people can't do it on the weekend. So we'll probably do one like about 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, and we'll send out a notification. You can bring back sexy Jesus. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
And I like what you had said, Zoni, that you fell asleep to the Jesus videos. That should be on a prescription. Yeah.
Guys, I want to take a moment real quick. I'm glad we mentioned sexy Jesus. Send some positive thoughts out to Vern. He's taking a break, and it sounded like he had some health issues. Really good guy, Fixing My Faith. He does some great videos, and I'm glad he's taking a break. If he has health issues, he needs that.
Mm-hmm.
But send some positive vibes out his way. And also, Watchtower Examiner, what's his name? Winston.
Oh, yeah. From Jamaica.
Yeah.
He never was a witness, but I think he has family.
He does great videos.
Yeah, he has family that are Jehovah's Witnesses.
Him, and then John Redwood. Guys, definitely send him support.
Hey, Born JW.
If you guys want to do any donations or actually help somebody, just John Redwood, and you can donate to help him with his legal fees, because he's probably going to need that. And then, of course, while he's trying to hit a milestone over at JW Thoughts, if you could, drop him a like if you don't already, or a follow. Subscription.
Oh, his real name is Mark O'Donnell.
Yeah, Mark O'Donnell. Thank you.
Yeah. Smash that like.
And definitely smash that like button.
Yeah.
Hit the thumbs up.
Yeah. Bring back beardless Jesus.
Yeah, beardless.
Yeah, he looked better. Looks better without that beard.
Oh my! Every time now, thanks to Wally, every time I see Mark Sanderson and the other dude, I just think Elmer Fudd with a beard.
Is Winston a Seventh-day Adventist? I think
he is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought he had family in it. I didn't know he was actually a Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah, I think he is. Most people in the Caribbean are.
I see. Well, they have some similarities with Jehovah's Witnesses,
Some, yeah. They still believe in the cross, though.
Yeah, they believe in like sleep,
soul sleep.
Yeah.
Well, Russell was an Adventist minister, so.
Yeah. Do you guys remember Paradise Lost, Paradise Regained? I've heard of it. The Beardless Jesus was on there. Okay.
Yes.
I've heard of that book many times, but I can't picture it. I'd have to go look it up online and see what it looks like.
Tons of books.
I don't know that.
Guys, we hadn't got all of our books in the bookcase yet, but we got so many books. We got a whole two totes, I think, full.
Yeah, we'll have to look.
Somewhere we've misplaced the proclamation. So.
Winston's grandmother's a JW. Okay.
And his brother was.
What now? Mike and Kimmy said it today. What did they say?
What did they say? I like Mike and Kimmy.
Yeah. Oh, good night from Holland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good night, guys.
I know. It's the times definitely. That's the only problem. We're all on different time zones here.
Oh, I know. I try to make this for everybody and get it. So does Casey. What did Mike and Kimmy have to say today?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
I missed their. I always see every video they post. I always see. I've missed one.
Do any of you have prepared box of supplies at home in case there's a lack of food or water?
Okay, I grew up around a bunch of Mormons, so
they definitely talk about keeping.
It just comes natural to me.
Well, we could work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's a good idea for any kind of disaster, not the end of the world type thing like Jehovah's Witnesses think, but more about like just in case there is any kind of natural disaster. It's good to be prepared. So here is the book. I'm gonna.
Man, I'm missing so much stuff here.
from Paradise Lost to Paradise Regained. That's what is showing up here. I don't know if that's what you have or if that's what it looked like. I don't think I've ever seen that book.
What part of California are you in, Esty? I forget. You told me one time before.
Oh, you live in earthquake land, California. Okay.
Yeah. I lived in Fountain Valley. Well, I lived all over, but Fountain Valley was the last place I lived.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that is the book. Huh. I do not think I have that book, but might be one I need to get. It's 1958, so it's pretty old. Most of my stuff I have is probably 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
and 90s.
Yeah, that's definitely earthquake land.
Okay.
Well, the whole state's earthquake land. So.
Yeah. But I do want to know if anyone thinks that this last convention is going to turn the current Jehovah's Witnesses away from the religion, or will they like bunker down more into the religion?
Oh, they said Winston was a 7-day Adventist today. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just said that.
All right. Now what? I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, I just want to know if the
ADD.
convention is going to drive people more closer to the organization or away from it.
The hardcore believers are going to go and gravitate close. It'll be like
the zealots. But what about the ones who were kind of fence-sitters?
I think they'll bail. I think not all, but I think the majority will bail.
Yeah, the fanatic Jehovah's Witnesses will dig their heels in. Yeah.
Yeah, they will. The fanatics will definitely do that.
And then I guess everybody else will leave. So how many are we going to be left with in the end?
Well, all I got to do is go to a Kingdom Hall now. Mm-hmm. Guys, if you haven't been to one, and I know this is a hard thing to ask anybody to do.
Yeah, I think the convention will wake many up. That's what Jay says, probably.
Yeah. But if you get a chance, go to a Kingdom Hall and just take a picture of what's inside. It'll blow your mind how few people are there now.
Yeah. The older ones will stay. Yes, exactly. I mean, I think that will happen for sure. The older ones aren't going to leave because that's all they know. And sometimes when you're old, to wake up to that, it may be more than they can handle if your whole life is that way.
That might be, Jay, you might be onto something there. Maybe it is to get rid of the ones that was going to wake up anyway. Because they're afraid they're going to pull people out anyway.
Get rid of those who are going to wake up.
No, Anthony, I'm not going to do that.
Well.
All right, man. And I don't blame you. That is like the most awful thing. But I'm talking about people who could, if they feel like they wanted to, it would be worth seeing. I'm with you. I don't think I could.
So they could still do Zoom, though, instead of going to the Kingdom Hall. That's what Jane says. Yeah. My mom actually was doing some letter writing yesterday. So that, I don't know how much door to door they actually doing. They were talking about where Jehovah's Witnesses trying to claim they were not big business. Watchtower taking down what is it? Pulsate's Buttermere apartment site. But you can find the link in TED.
Oh, yeah, that's right, where they took down that. Yes.
Okay.
And pretty much kicked those people out, left them with nowhere to go. That was wrong, man.
Yeah, and what about the old people who they had a video about the 80-plus-year-old men who were serving as governing body helpers, and they basically told them to leave because if they can't do their job, then they're not useful anymore. And of course they're interviewing them like, oh yeah, we'll just let the younger ones do it if we can't do it. I'm like, what are you supposed to do with these old men? I mean, that's not right to just kick them out.
Yeah.
That's why they want to act like they have brotherly love and they're united in worship and blah, blah, blah. And they do not help each other. Not even the governing body helpers get much help. I guess.
What's that?
You're in bed typing left-handed. Okay, cool. That's funny. Well, you make sure and watch that sexy Jesus video so you can go to sleep.
Oh, that'll put you to sleep.
Put you to right. I was just kidding. Put you right to sleep.
What does CJ say?
They're dead.
Yeah, it's a dying religion. It's done, and they know it, but they're trying to salvage what they've got, and it's unsalvageable at this point. You know, they've done too much damage and been exposed too much. All the stuff they didn't think would come to light has.
Wow. So in Africa, they killed 200 Christians last week and burned their homes. It was some tribe there that did that. I wonder what the Jehovah's Witnesses over there are doing. Well, are they also targeting Jehovah's Witnesses, or are they targeting like all Christians? I wonder about that. This is yeah, so I'd like to know about that. I had no idea. That's very sad. So only the Christians. So the Jehovah's Witnesses are not being persecuted over there. You know, and did you see that video they had about Malawi? They recapped that for the convention.
Jeez.
And it was like going back to the 70s, I guess it was, whenever that happened. And they were saying how, if they interviewed a family, if only, all we had to do was sign this card and then we could have our home and all that. Instead, they didn't. And it's just crazy that these poor people are told not to sign this one-party card, but yet the organization, the governing body back then, was willing to pledge allegiance to the United Nations. They did that so that they could get charity status, and you get money from the UN by joining. So that was why they did. And if you look at their old tracts, there'll be a symbol on the back that'll be the UN symbol. That was one of the requirements that they had, was to put the symbols, the UN symbols, on some of their literature. And that was how they got away with being allowed to have the money from the UN.
Happy thoughts. What you're saying is exactly right. That is the most inhumane thing. Yes. And it's just double standards. The Watchtower does not care about human life. They only care about Watchtower and what's going to give them a look they desire, and to make people lock down and, worship the Watchtower, not God.
Mm-hmm.
And, they love persecution. It feeds their machine because it keeps people locked down. Yeah. See how these people are persecuted? You need to be persecuted too if the time comes, blah, blah, blah. It's evil, evil wickedness, man.
Yep. Very evil. Oh yeah, I got a little video. Maybe I could show it. It only takes, I got it on my phone, of course, because again, we don't have the link.
I know. Technology's over our heads.
We will eventually.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Let me just show you this in case you haven't watched it. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Jesus, bring it back to life.
We refused to compromise and fled to the refugee camp in Mozambique.
I don't know if y'all watch this.
In 1975, we had to leave the camp. When we came back, we faced the neutrality issue again. Mm-hmm. When we started to build a house, the party members came. They wanted us to buy political party cards. If we bought them, the family could have a home, our children would be allowed to go to school, we could fund the land. We wouldn't be arrested and experience the horrible condition of the prison camp. But it meant compromising. We were determined to be loyal to Jehovah. Compromising my integrity was not an option. We trusted that Jehovah would care for us. And he did.
Really? He did? What did he do for you? Because it sounds to me like...
and it's just double standards.
Because we know what happened to these people. A lot of them got murdered. So... Just,
oh, wow. You were 14? That's how old you were.
Yeah, most Jehovah's Witnesses are 13, 14 when they get baptized. And you're right. Like, why would you ask a child to get baptized when Jesus himself wasn't baptized until he was 29 or 30, something like that? So,
was your wife a born-in, Jay? Because you said she's still a J-dub.
Yeah, was she born in? Yeah. Poor.
Yes, okay. So she's got a lot of family in it too, so it makes it harder to wake up.
Mm-hmm. You were 17 and pushed towards it and not to go to college and got married. Yeah. So I know, like, I actually did want to go to college, but because I was told not to, I thought, okay, well, I guess I'm not supposed to, because they make you think that when you go to the college,
thanks, Dave,
there are going to be a bunch of orgies going on,
David Rita.
Which isn't true. But, and I mean, you couldn't stay at home and go to college. You don't have to stay in a dorm. But they always thought, well, even then you are taking away time from your pioneering and all that. So, so I didn't go to college.
Still at
and
work.
Of course, now I wish I could have. Done that. But it's just easier to do that when you're young and you don't have a bunch of responsibilities. So they take away your potential futures of the things that you might have wanted to do. You saw this live chat and would love to stay, but
yeah, he's on a shift right now. He's like, wow.
Okay, well, thanks for popping in, Dave.
Definitely.
David. Yes. You were born in, and your husband converted to JW. Oh, then cheated after 7 years with the coworker. I had no idea. So dumb. Oh well, time moves on. Yes. Oh. Wow. So Jane, did you get remarried to a non-JW?
Also, yes. The governing body.
Hi, Colin from the CO Visit. The governing body allowed and still allows brothers in Mexico and Central America to claim a political party in order to get certain jobs. Complete double standard. Well, why do they not have the same policies for the African brothers? Weird.
That is weird. Man, I know that interview you did with CO Visit's done really good, by the way.
Yes. Thanks, Colin, for your interview. Really appreciate that.
Double standards because of money.
Money.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true, because they was paying.
It's all about money.
Yeah.
And maybe the African brothers and sisters did not have the money.
That is true. I mean, it's a poor...
yeah.
It's not a poor nation, but it's poor people. That's kind of sad.
And speaking of poor...
Very wealthy country.
In Africa, they have... Okay, so apparently the governing body is spending $2.1 million? $2.1 million.
On the screens?
On the new audio visual effects studio, blah, 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 for our brothers in Africa, is what they said. Okay.
Well, they're doing that for themselves, because I don't know what you guys know about the entertainment. Right. But the entertainment business, those screens that they bought, those green screens, those things are
$2.5 million.
That's professional movie equipment. That's
high resolution.
Wow.
Okay. But here's the funny thing. They're supposed to be doing this for our African brothers and sisters. Well, look at what conditions the brothers and sisters in Africa convention is. Yeah, there's no roof. They're just out in the hot sun.
Oh, yeah, that convention.
I mean, does that seem like they're spending the money wisely? They're just greedy is what they are.
Yeah.
They want every last dime from the poorer people. Yes.
Yeah.
Watchtower will make all videos because got 2 movie studios in New Jersey and Australia. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they're probably now he thinks that they're doing this because they want it to seem more like televangelist style.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they're heading in that direction.
Like a televangelist style, possibly to appeal to the masses because people like that kind of stuff. They like audio-visual effects.
Yeah.
Which is true. So it's possible.
But, they've done it in the past. Russell was one of the first spoken photo drama creation. I mean, that was groundbreaking when he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Rutherford with all those radio stations that Macmillan and him ran. It's Jesus. It goes.
Yeah.
They've tried everything.
That's a good question. Like, if they already have a movie studio in Mount Ebo, New York, why do they need one in Ramapo? That's a good question. I would love to know the answer to that too.
And I've got the answer on that because the one they're building in Ramapo, if you watch all the videos they've been talking about it, it's going to be a state-of-the-art movie studio. It's going to be professional, like you'd see in a professional setting, like something that would be Hollywood quality.
Yeah. So does that mean they'll sell the other one to probably pay for
probably
the new
so
one? Oh, that would make sense. Yeah. So yeah,
it'd be kind of like the Mormons. They built all those high-end studios and then they sold off the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like that.
Yep. Probably.
Yeah. Of course, the Mormons got a lot of people in the entertainment business already.
Okay. Will they make an amusement park?
No.
That's a good question.
Heritage USA.
Yeah. It's only a few years old, Mount Ebo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that old.
Well, it's
what is this like? Well,
it's a place.
I know it's 8. It's about 8 years at least.
New York.
Yeah.
That is where they do their audio and visual effects.
Yeah.
So possibly they'll destroy that and Ramapo will be miraculously untouched. Well, they'll probably sell it and then take that money to go towards Ramapo. Oh, really? There's a site on JW which Mormons are quoted. Okay, I want to know where that is.
Oh, let me tell you, man.
Because something else I wanted to talk about was plagiarism with Jehovah's Witnesses. Since they like to claim, obviously, that they're getting messages from Jehovah, they're the channel, and all of that. So why do they need to plagiarize somebody else's information? It should be coming straight from Jehovah, not someone else's work. So I'd like to know where I could find those quotes if you happen to know.
Yeah, JWs wish they had the money Mormons have, though. Gee.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got over 20 million members, and you got a lot of wealthy people as part of that religion because of their education.
So if the Watchtower has a nursing home for the retired Bethelites, okay, so I'm guessing they're taking care of them, paying for their place of where they live, their retirement home. Well, if Jane, if you happen to have any information on stuff that they have plagiarized on, please send that to me in an email because I'm gathering some information on some things that I've already found that they have plagiarized over the years. Okay. Thank you for CO Visit for coming by. I appreciate it. If we're still here, and if not, we'll be here Sunday.
Yep. Thanks for stopping in. CO Visits.
Yes, Colin.
Yep, Colin.
Yep. So.
CJ, down to the music. Huh?
Yes. So just make sure you send me an email, Jane, if you happen to know any information about plagiarism.
Jane knows a lot of information.
Yeah,
That's
she
like
does.
she's impressive.
Yeah. So the JWs have a nursing home and it's very expensive. Well, how
Yeah.
are they paying for it? Like, how are the individuals, like the retired 80-year-old governing body helpers who they're kicking out? I guess they go there when they're retired.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, they have one for ordinary witnesses too? I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
You read something about the 2-witness rule, not original by JW, but another religion. Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, there's spin-offs I've heard of the JWs already.
Yeah, who is it?
I don't know. I just saw something the other day about it. I was like, huh? It's like where they followed basically all the same stuff, but they're a different name.
Did they come from Jehovah's Witnesses?
Yeah, they came from Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
just like Russell Lights came.
Are they a cult?
What is it? The Dawn Bible students and all those that's still around today, they came from the Russell Lights. Or the Bible students.
So are they a cult?
Yeah, duh.
I mean, the ones that left and created another.
Yeah, it's a cult. It's just like JWs. It's
why would
they practice the same stuff. It's cult practice.
So why would they leave if they
I
already were in a cult? There must be something that they didn't like about Jehovah's Witnesses, but then
maybe the disfellowshipping. I don't know. Ask Jane. I'm sure she's heard of them.
Well, we don't know the name of them, but yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the only one. You guys have probably saw it before. What do they say? What?
Just read it yourself.
Oh, I can't see.
We'll get your phone.
With age comes blindness.
Medicaid pays for the nursing homes, huh? Okay. And then Watchtower gets the money since they own the nursing home. Okay. Yeah. Jajora. That's a weird name.
Yeah.
In the UK. Oh no.
Oh, CJ.
Jajuri. Huh. Like
just Google nursing homes
Jehovah's
for JWs.
Witnesses retiree. Jajuri. That's cool.
Man, Google and Chat GPT are the best things ever.
Yeah. Nursing home for Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, Lancaster. Okay.
Is it IBSA? That's the name of the
IBSA. It might have been. I ran across it and I was like, isn't that crazy? And just went on about my business. But I was like, wow.
So what does that stand for?
I don't know. Like I said, that might have been it. I don't know. Oh, International Bible Students Association. No, because that's actually incorporated under the Jehovah's Witnesses still. That's one of their incorporations. If you Google corporations, the IBSA shows up as one of theirs.
Not Charles Russell's Bible students.
Well, that's where they got it from.
No, but there is another group out there.
Right, the Bible students and the Dawn Bible students and the International. I think it is
International Bible Students Association. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is affiliated with Russell, right?
Well, he's the one started that. Just like the Pulpit Association was his too. He started.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying like there's currently a group of people.
I guess so. I don't know. He's saying so.
Yeah, I've heard of that international.
I mean, I know the Dawn Bible students. I got their literature downstairs.
Okay, so it must be a different.
Actually, got their literature over there.
Yeah, so International Bible Students Association must be different than the Dawn Bible students. Where's the literature?
I think it's right over there. Just look.
I'm gonna go gather something just so you can see what we're talking about here. Okay.
Are those booklets over there? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
If not, just run downstairs. They're in the bookcase.
Yeah, that's where they are. Okay. Will you?
Yeah, I'll keep everybody entertained. We'll talk about music I was just listening to. Lionel Richie. Oh, by the way, another church, ZZ Top. Don't know if anybody's noticed. They are associated. Yeah, okay. Everyone else burns. Oh, okay. I can sing no like a frog. You hear this voice? I'd make one heck of a great radio announcer, but a terrible singer. I can sure thump a bass, though, man. Pluck a bass, pick a bass, or slap a bass. And play a little guitar. Yeah. Bass player by trade. Wish I could sing. Let's see. Offshoot from them. Oh, I think the JW's offshoot from them. Yeah, JWs are an offshoot from the Russellites, of course. I mean, Rutherford stole the organization. It was supposed to go to Johnson, and they sent him out of the country and then stole it while he was gone. They sent him to the UK. Johnston. You can look that information up. Russell was, I don't know what he had on Macmillan or how he manipulated him into it, but Macmillan wasn't even part of the board and got power. It's just some really funny stuff that went on. Yeah, there you go.
Is this it?
Yeah,
that's
it. All of that.
Okay, so here we have, this is from Pastoral Bible Institute. And this is one of their pamphlets. It's called The Resurrection of the Dead. And
there's one with Russell in the front.
I don't know. I didn't see one.
Uh-huh.
And then this one too? Is that the same thing?
No, who's that?
The Pastoral Bible Institute.
But what does it say here? Published by?
Published by Associated Bible Students.
Oh, that's an Associated Bible Students. Yeah.
Yeah, and they followed the teachings of Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone's ever heard of them. The
there you go.
Associated Bible Students.
You were right there.
Yeah. And yeah, we got a few of their pamphlets here, just out of curiosity.
What's that?
Yeah, this one is called How to Study the Bible. Sounds like something Jehovah's Witnesses would have.
They want you to buy the Studies in Scripture, the 6 volumes.
Mm-hmm.
They do not count the finished mystery. So,
yeah.
What's this one?
Yeah. 2 witness rule, many Bible scriptures, but it is for business matters, not CSA. Oh, okay. Yeah. What's a POS? Yeah.
What?
Rutherford was a POS.
Oh, yes, he was. Very intelligent, very brilliant, but a POS, no doubt about it.
Yes, he was. Well, he started a cult, really, because even though Russell had he had plagiarized everything pretty much from the Seventh-day Adventists and
Millerites too.
And the Millerites.
He even mentioned the Millerites in some of his writings.
Yeah, nothing was his original thought. But then Rutherford came in and took over and changed it and created the name Jehovah's Witnesses, did away with the cross, did away with all the most of the holidays, and just really cracked down harsh. So he really was the one, in my opinion, that created the cult that we have today. And then, of course, Franz and Knorr came in and made it even more harsh by getting rid of the blood transfusions. And I think that they got rid of birthdays too, but I'm not sure. So, I mean, I don't know if birthdays were celebrated in the 50s or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that was brought out at the Australian Royal Commission.
What was?
I don't know. CSA as well.
Oh, yeah.
See, what is it? I would like to teach
Yeah.
Uplifting. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I just really dislike that guy.
Mm-hmm. He was a con man, exactly. But he was an excellent con man. He knew what he was doing. He was really intelligent. He knew how to start a cult, and he did.
Well,
and he became rich from it too.
And that's like people doubted the fact that he was a lawyer. Actually, he was a lawyer and graduated very high in his class. He was an alcoholic. He got in trouble for being on when he was a judge for going into court drinking. He did like to drink quite a bit, and he was a womanizer. And he left a wife and a child to struggle on their own while he womanized around and lived like a king. That's a total POS right there.
Yeah. Okay, so Jane, you said that Jehovah's Witnesses stopped celebrating birthdays in the 20s when they stopped Christmas too. Okay, so apparently
1929, but it's actually 1939 or 1931 when they
20s.
finished. Totally, absolutely ban it. But 29, yeah.
The late 20s, I guess. But so I'm guessing all of the holidays stopped with Rutherford.
Yeah.
And then the cross thing, they stopped believing that Jesus died on a cross, upright stake, and then changed the name to Jehovah's Witnesses. But the only thing that I guess they weren't disfellowshipping people back then.
Well, you know that famous picture it's taken inside Bethel of everybody celebrating the holidays. That was actually
yes.
Well, there's two versions of it, but
1926.
No, there's two versions. There's one in 1929 too.
Okay.
That's when it was actually just totally wiped out, and then 31 become a rule.
Yes.
Because there's watchtowers you can read about it.
So you're right. Smoking was banned in the 60s. Yeah. The blood issue started in the late 40s. Oh, okay. Wow. That's pretty early. Well, I know Rutherford died in like 1944 or 45, something like that. So.
Oh, here's something you guys probably didn't know.
Okay. Disfellowshipping started in 1955. Okay. So was after Rutherford.
Yeah,
which I thought it was. So
Noah was a harsh,
so
meticulous person.
He started the disfellowshipping and the no blood transfusions.
Yeah, he was an organizer, and he was very harsh and very meticulous, and he was very into organized things.
You remember ashtrays on the front steps of my first Kingdom Hall?
Oh my!
Yeah. Oh yeah. Both parents were smoked, had to stop. Well, what if you had troubles with that? I guess they just figure they'll disfellowship you if you can't quit smoking. Smoke breaks between public talks and Watchtower Bible study. Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you guys read the Our Lord's Return, both versions, the 1925 version and then the redone version he published in 1929. So 25 and 29, you can find both the PDFs. But you'll see that Rutherford, still taught about Jesus' crucifixion up till 29 also. And then in 29, man, it's like he just went 180 on everything.
Well, the name Jehovah's Witnesses was in 1931.
Yeah. But everything started, it's like something snapped in 29. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
It's made me wonder. I want to research it more.
Maybe it was the alcohol.
Maybe it was. Birth of a Nation. Oh my Lord. That's awful. That's all. Also the birth.
You're older than. So Born JW. That's pretty cool that you actually remember when they were smoking still.
You're older than dirt. I feel that way too, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do when I look back and go, man, it was just not that. Oh man, 40 years ago. Wow, that song came out. It was great.
Yeah, that's true. But it is kind of interesting how they continue to add more and more and harsher rules. Rutherford's was plenty harsh, but then adding the disfellowshipping and the no blood transfusion and the no smoking and all of that, they were really quite harsh with the disfellowship ones. I mean, they thought you were going to die in Armageddon if Armageddon came tomorrow, even if you were going to the meetings trying to get reinstated. They just thought you're doomed. There's no hope for you. There's no forgiveness.
Wait a minute, Jane. They had an article about Birth of a Nation. Oh my Lord. I did know that Rutherford was a racist.
Birth of a Nation back then. Black. Oh.
And I will do that research, my friend. I've done enough to where I'm about burnt out.
He just needs a little break.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can just be like, oh, sometimes. Well, I would like to see that article.
Me
on the Birth
too.
of a Nation.
That's
And
insane.
if you know where I can find that.
Happy thoughts.
Yeah.
Beat me.
Yes.
Yeah, Happy Thoughts in 1949, I think. Wow, man.
Wow.
Been associated since 1949.
Oh my goodness. Well, for me,
That's impressive.
If you count my grandparents, you're oldish.
I'm oldish. I love
If
it.
you count my grandparents, they joined in 19. Oh, actually, no, my father, he joined sooner. So my grandparents was 1955, I believe. And then my father joined in 1944. He during World War II. So if you count that, I'm oldish as well. True story. Got illegal immigrant Mexican brother got baptized. Announced in meeting. Could someone marry him to stay in the country? A JW older sister did, and now she's miserable. Oh my god. Why don't they just separate then? I mean, at least they could separate.
Google the Birth of a Nation about JW. Oh yeah, you're right. Symbol cross.
Same symbol cross and heart, the way the KKK used it.
Well, it's actually a Masonic symbol. I don't know if you knew that, Jane.
Yeah.
But the Masons use that exact same cross and crown.
So it's probably.
And the Klan come from the Masonic order.
Yeah. So the Klan probably just took that from the Masons. Yeah. So yeah, it's Masonic.
Now ask me how I know that. Discovery Channel. Ugh.
Yeah. So
I just knew that they took that same symbol from the Masonic order.
Mm-hmm. And apparently a lot of religions back then that were just starting up were part of the Masonic order. Yeah, it was pretty popular back then.
Yeah, Owen and Morgan, man, that is some good stuff. I agree.
Yeah, it's Masonic symbols.
Colin, you're absolutely correct, man.
Keeping the massive poor while they get fat. I know.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. So Jane, if you happen to know that lady who married the Mexican man who was here to get his papers, could you suggest to her to separate? Maybe because if she's miserable, she shouldn't stay with him. You know, they try to keep unhappily married people together.
Oh, they love that. I don't know what the deal is with that.
It's so annoying. Like, why do you care?
You're scripturally bound to this person. No.
Yeah. Well, okay. So no matter how terrible it gets, if he's squandering all the money or if somebody's abusing the other one, like, you can't leave. I mean, you can separate. They allow you to separate, but you cannot get divorced. You can't marry someone else. You can't go be happy. And I think that, honestly, maybe it still goes back to keeping everybody unhappy and that nobody matters in that religion. That's why nobody can celebrate any holidays. And you're not supposed to enjoy life. Everything about life is supposed to suck. Like, that's why you don't go to college, because if you went to college, you could probably have a good job and might enjoy your job and get paid well. Instead, you have to be poor, because otherwise you're considered materialistic. If you do happen to pursue higher education, that makes you materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's so backwards the way they think. My active JW sister told me this lady is regretting this marriage. Mm-hmm. She is taking psych meds. Oh, her new hubby told everyone. That's just wrong. Like, what is he doing there? Does he not want to leave her? Is he mean to her? I mean, like, why does he stay with her? He should separate. I mean, They could stay married for the papers, but they could separate.
Man.
Yes, controlling religion keeps people in control.
Yeah.
And well, I think that and it must have to do with the organization is wanting to control everyone in every aspect of their life. So that means you can't get divorced, even if you're miserable, even if it's just the worst marriage ever, you can't get divorced. You can't celebrate any holidays, not even a birthday. Like, that's a big deal. And so it's, and you can't have a higher education, or you're not supposed to. Now, I knew some witnesses that did go to college. Of course, it's frowned upon, but they didn't get in trouble for it or anything. And they'll try to talk you out of it. I remember when I was I think I was like 19 or 20, and I was considering going to nursing school because I saw there was a nurse in our congregation. And I was like, and I asked her, I was like, oh, so you had to go to college for this. So, what do you think about that? Should you think maybe I should do it? She's like, no, you shouldn't do it. I had to do it out of necessity, but you shouldn't do that because it's going to take away time from pioneering. And I'm like, okay, well, I have to do it too out of necessity because guess what? I also need to make a living. So, but the elders they sat down and like tried to talk me out of it. So I was just confused. Like, why can't I go to school just to have a career? What is the big deal? And at the time I didn't go because it just wasn't the right time for me. And it does make it hard to make a decision about college when you have everybody telling you not to go. And of course, me being a witness and believing in the religion, I was torn on what to do. So a lot of times, so I did do community college.
No, pioneering is only 50 hours.
It's 50 hours now. Okay. So I was a pioneer when it was 90 hours. And then it went down to 70. Now it's 50, I guess. 2 JW cousins married 2 JW brothers. One husband moved to another state, and another sister's husband was gay and moved away. Elders told them they had to stay married. Why? Okay, so she married a man who was gay, and they had to stay married, and they moved away.
Now, wait a minute. He's gay, so obviously he's not interested in her. Why does she have to stay married? And it goes against script. That is crazy.
I told them they were crazy and get divorced.
Yeah.
The man moved out of the state.
Yeah.
Those dummies did not get divorced until and separated 15 years. Well, okay, so let me get this straight. In order for you to be, to be free to get divorced and remarry, you have to prove that the other person committed adultery. And if one of them doesn't want to say what happened, then you're stuck. That is not fair.
No.
And what if neither one
That's
of you...
That's really unfair there.
What if you just hadn't found anybody, Yeah. But the other one did, it's like, who's going to get in trouble first? Which I think I mentioned this before, is my stepfather, he was married to his second wife. My mom was his third wife. First wife cheated on him.
Because he's in butthole.
Oh yeah, he was, but he's passed away now. Yeah. But he was a jerk. And second wife divorced him, or no, she wanted a divorce almost immediately after they got married, and it was like a long distance relationship. But they were supposed to come together. But then while they were separated due to work, whatever, she said, "I don't want to be with you. I want to get divorced." So they got divorced, and then neither one of them had scriptural grounds for divorce. So they were both just sitting there being single, waiting around, hoping the other one would fall first. And so he was single for 8 years until he was allowed to start dating, because she happened to call him up and let him know that she found somebody else. What if she hadn't said that? I mean, it's just crazy. The gay man is still a JW, lives in another state. They finally got divorced. Okay. So how is he still a Jehovah's Witness if he's a gay? Or is this a secret? I'm just curious about that.
I love you too, Joy.
Does God hate divorce? Does God, well, does God hate it when two people are together that shouldn't be together? You know?
What do you think?
Does God hate abuse? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I
complicated.
mean, he doesn't want you to be with somebody who.
When religion
anything
becomes
wrong.
complicated, there's a
Yeah.
problem.
And if religion is dictating every little aspect of your life, that's a problem. JW elders say dumb stuff. That's for sure. They're just a bunch of drama kings. They are gossiping all the time. Okay, the speaker. So, an assembly in Ohio in 2015, the speaker told Jehovah's Witnesses to get rid of their pets. Wasted money and time. Oh my God. I would have had a problem with that guy for sure, because I love animals. And I would never get rid of my little Joey. He's so amazing. How can you say that? Don't listen, Joey. Don't listen. That's offensive. That's offensive to little doggies like Joey. Yeah. Anybody ever heard of C.O. Freddie Mays? It was a famous JW divorce in the 70s. What happened? Non-practicing gay. Okay, that's the JW term. So maybe that's how this guy can still be gay and not get this fellowship. As long as he's not practicing.
Oh yeah.
I know another gay JW man in another state. I guess he promised not to mess with another man. Other men. Okay. So yeah, that's what you have to do. You just they have to lie or pretend that they're not really acting on, whatever they're feeling. He tried to, okay, your sister, my mom stopped him. Oh man, this guy's messed up. He needs to go get some help. Tell him to go get some help from the psychiatrist.
We should have just took advice from Ozzy Osbourne.
What did he say?
He said, have you ever thought about your soul and can it be saved? Or perhaps you think that when you're dead, you just stay in the grave. Is God just a thought within your head? Or is he part of you? Is Christ just a name that you read in a book when you were in school? Yeah, he says, when you think about death, do you lose your breath or do you keep cool? Would you like to see the Pope at the end of a rope? Do you think he's a fool? Well, I have seen the truth. Yes, I've seen the light and I've changed my ways. And I'll be prepared when you're alone and scared at the end of your days. Ozzy Osbourne. You got to love it. Name of the song is After and Forever. After, man, I still say that's Alabama style. I don't think I can say it. After and forever. Yeah. Certain words, man, no matter what I do, I just cannot get rid of.
Well, I'm glad, Born JW, that your sister didn't let that happen to her.
What are you doing?
Ozzy just passed away?
Did he?
Well, that's what Jay said.
No.
We'll have to look that up.
No way, man.
He's a big fan.
Gee, Sabbath, Ozzy, man, and even the stuff with Dio, man, was amazing.
JWs need to stay out of marriages. I agree. But, and, I think it really got bad when Noor came into power because they fixated on what you could and couldn't do in the bedroom. And they just, it was all about sex all the time. And they still are like that. They talk about sex too much and then it gets people's minds twisted. So they need to just shut up about it and stop interfering in JW marriages. And the elders are really bad about that.
No, Ozzy's still alive. Thank goodness. He's still going to play the concert in Birmingham, England. That's his last show. And
I believe he has Parkinson's, right?
Yes.
He has Parkinson's, yeah.
Now, he's not going to be alive much longer. That's true.
Did you ever hear JW elders must pray before relations with wife? What? My sister was married to an elder and pioneered for 15 years. I've never heard that. And I didn't do that. Neither did my ex-husband. I think it's a horrible talk about that with kids in the room. Yes. Yes, I know. They need to just
Man, they talk about the most inappropriate stuff in watchtowers. Come on.
I can't stand it. Like, there was, in the latest convention, I was going over some of the talks, and this latest convention, this old man, I can't stand listening to him. He like really aggravates me.
Oh yeah.
He's a bald guy with glasses. That probably looks like this, like pretty much everybody, right?
Yeah.
Bald white guy with glasses. He's old, but I can't remember his name, and he's not a governing body member. I think he's a helper. Anyways, he went on and on and on about, how we could be, basically attracting someone else sexually. And it all started with some girl who was working out in the gym, and she was following, it wasn't even her, it was someone she was following online about, hey, do you want to get a great body to attract the opposite sex? Well, here's what you need to do. And that was apparently code for really bad, that you shouldn't be listening to her. I'm like, you can watch her workouts, and she's dressed so inappropriately. Well, first of all, she's not a Jehovah's Witness. Secondly, she has a exercise show or whatever on YouTube. And so what is the big deal? All you're doing is following her exercises so you can have a good figure.
This will drive men crazy.
Yeah, this will drive men crazy. Oh, right. This will drive men crazy. Like, okay, well, you don't have to over.
She's so proud of herself.
Yeah. Okay, lady, so what? It's just a workout routine. Chill out. It's not a big deal. And that's the thing. They want to make everything a big deal. It's just, that's why they go crazy.
Yeah, I agree, Jane. He should be reported for that mess, man. That's crazy. Pray before. That's speechless.
What? Why did they ask you if you had HIV?
Asked who?
They asked. She went back to the elders in my back room. In the back room, I was asked, did I have HIV and having sex, and why did I got divorced? I told them no, and against law to ask me that, and none of their business about my sex life. Good for you. And don't ever tell them anything either, because they will use everything against you. Just like in a court of law, they will take your words and they will use them against you.
Got married again to the spouse.
You've been partying all day? All right.
Oh, man. God, Colin. Who's been partying all day?
You should have been reported to the police. That's true, CJ.
Oh,
you saw that video about the sister? Yeah. Who was exercising. Yeah, I mean, she was dressed fine. She was just the one she was following apparently wasn't. And so we shouldn't be watching any videos about women who look great. Apparently you can't look good. That's the idea. So how are you supposed to follow someone who is really good at giving you tips on exercising, but I can't follow them because they're not dressed appropriately and they're working out. I personally know of a case of 2 elders who had affairs with each other's wives. Both couples got disfellowship, divorced, and got married again to the spouses they cheated with. Wow.
Oh my, you study the Bible with you.
I was asked not to go to the gym because the men were there. What? Oh, whatever. You need to get away from these people. They're crazy.
What? That's crazy. Yeah.
Where do you live? I'm going to make sure. I'm not going there. Yeah. Well, they don't want you to go into the YMCA course, because that's Christian organization. Oh, wow.
Bethel, yeah.
Yes, I have heard of the Pillowgate talk given by one of the governing body helpers. Yes, it's so stupid. Like, shut up already about anything to do with people's personal time or sex life. I mean, it's just none of their business. And I mean, the governing body members, they don't believe any of this nonsense. So why do they care what you're doing? I mean, why do they care? Other than the only thing I can think of is just control. I was in a congregation where all the elders got disfellowship were going to discos. Wow. I didn't know that was a disfellowshipping offense. I've been there when I was a witness. I mean, a few times, not a lot, but still. I mean, it wasn't the best place for, I get why they don't want you to go there, but like, I didn't know it was a disfellowshipping offense.
Okay, CJ, you said you've been partying all day, and now I got this song in my head. An awful song from the 80s. From, not Charlie Murphy. What was his name? Oh, come on. Beverly Hills Cop.
When I lived in Ohio, I had Jeep. I had a
Eddie
Jeep.
Murphy.
Oh, you had a
Party
Jeep
all the time.
You had a Jeep that followed you around. I was seen going in alone and have chicken wings and a drink, and I went to wait because my dog was getting groomed next door. What the heck? I do not drink. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, it's like her stepfather asked me, did I drink like?
Yeah, multiple times. Yeah. He was like obsessed with it.
Yeah, we went on vacation together.
I was living in Ohio.
And I started to say, no, I don't drink. I smoke a lot of weed. Is that okay?
Oh, you didn't say that though.
I know, but I wanted to because I do. And I was like, I don't drink. I don't like drinking. I like to smoke weed.
You would think that's worse. But hey, but Jehovah's Witnesses, a lot of them are alcoholics. And so that's why I don't really know like why he was so obsessed with why, because they think the world is nothing but a bunch of whores and whoremongers and alcoholics and drug addicts, I guess.
Oh, hey, so yeah, he was the one drinking, not me. He was more worried about me drinking.
I know. Yeah, it's for money. I guess you're right. Just like keep the members locked down hard with their heels dug in deep, control them, and get money from them.
Dude, what?
I heard about a group of Jehovah's Witnesses in North Carolina voted for President Obama. They were disfellowshipped, but all came back in. They did it because it was a history event. Okay.
History event.
Well, I'm surprised.
I did hear that they were a group in North Carolina that did vote for him.
Right, they're not supposed to vote, but
you're right. It created some issues, but I don't know what the outcomes are. Thank you.
Yeah, you can be a good person without being Jehovah's. Actually, I would say there's more good people out there that aren't Jehovah's Witnesses than good people that are Jehovah's Witnesses. Because that religion twists these people's heads up so bad.
Well, wasn't he living in the Bethel that's there in Jersey? What's that one? Tony Morris.
It says Tony was driving to Jersey just to buy booze.
Yeah. Isn't there a Bethel there in Jersey?
There's was it Warwick?
No, that's New York.
Okay, so there's Warwick. There was Brooklyn, New York. Then Patterson.
Yeah, Patterson, New Jersey.
Patterson, New Jersey, and Walk Hill. Walk Hill is in
New York.
New York. Okay, and now
that's
we have the Ramapo. Ramapo is New Jersey.
No, that's New York also.
New York. Okay, so there's just Patterson, New Jersey. I guess. Okay.
They can have Patterson, New Jersey. Jeez.
Now you know why my hearts are green, he says.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Why is that? Oh, okay. Yes.
I thought they were a song.
Yeah.
Let's see. So much hypocrisy to the book. Anthony, I don't know if anybody's noticed. I think I mentioned this last time, but they're putting some of his videos back on jw.org.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? I happened to be going through the videos the other day looking for stuff. I was doing some research and I was like, wait a minute, that video wasn't there 6 months ago, a year ago, and it's back. And so I typed in a couple of more and I was like, look at this. So something's up. I don't know what it is, but there's several of his videos popping back up.
Yeah, you met a lot of good worldly people. Yeah, me too.
I mean, yeah.
Like, that's the thing is that as a witness, you just have this perception of worldly people that is wrong. It's, you think in your head that they're just really
It's interesting.
evil. But then when you come out of the religion and you get around people who aren't Jehovah's Witnesses, and you're like, wait a second, they're not so bad after all.
I was thinking that, CO, there's something, maybe it's because his name's mentioned in those summons.
Yeah.
Which eventually end up leading to subpoenas, I'm sure. So I don't know. Because usually they send out a summons. They don't appear before the summons. A summons is just, nothing. You don't have to go. I mean, you can get out of a summons easy. But then when they send the subpoenas, you're done. You got to go.
Thank you, Happy Thoughts, for joining in.
Definitely Happy Thoughts. Thanks,
really
man.
Appreciate it.
Or
I think it's a woman.
Lady, ma'am. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Jane, you always have some really cool stories. My mom, when she was a witness, took in a family of 3 for 90 days because other JWs ignored them. They lived in our house, our living room, and she fed them until the husband got a job. The elders did not help them. Well, that was really nice that your mother did that. That
was good.
But I mean, look, the elders in the congregation and nobody in the congregation is going to help non-witnesses. And then, of course, we know, Colin, your story, how you being a witness, you were in between jobs. Your wife was sick with cancer. You asked for a small donation and they didn't want to give you any money. It's just crazy how they don't help their own people. They definitely don't help people in the world. I mean, they don't do anything charity. They don't help the homeless and the needy and the orphans and the widowed. And I mean, it's like pulling teeth for my mom to get any help, she is a widow. So if she needs something, it's hard for her to find anybody to help her out. It's ridiculous.
Okay, guys, I tell you what.
My dad was not a JW, but he gave my mom permission to care for this family. Husband and wife and a baby. My dad got teased really bad about doing this. Well, that's probably why it was, because of your dad that they were allowed to come in, since your dad wasn't a witness.
Okay,
my mom
guys,
found them living in our back, in a car back in 1950, and it was snowing outside. That's really sad. Okay, now what?
What we're going to do, guys, in like 5 minutes, we're going to do a giveaway, and we're going to. Can you get a pen and paper?
Yes, let me grab. We got a little fun game here, so just a minute.
Yeah. So we're going to do a little giveaway, man, and give you guys something, because you guys are always here. We deeply appreciate you guys showing up. And by the way, all the people that purchased us a cup of coffee over the past week, 2 weeks, thank you so much. That was so nice.
Yes. Yeah, I'd just like to shout out to, let me see who it was. I'm going to find, just a sec. Lauren Butterfly Kisses. Just want to shout out to you and thank you for the super thanks.
Yeah, and the other people is too far back.
Very sweet.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, yeah, you ask for help and they go Karen on you. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Set the pen over here. The paper's right here. You see the number I wrote.
Okay. So we got a number written down.
Okay, guys, we're going to wait though. We got a few minutes here.
And then
we're going to get everybody to.
Yeah, we're going to let you in the chat. You're going to write down a number between.
Between 1 and 20.
Between 1 and 20.
Pick a number.
And then
the first one to get it right, show them what they're going to get.
So we're going to do a t-shirt giveaway. We'll mail it to you. You just have to email us, faxonjw@gmail.com, and email us your address where you want this shipped, and we will send it to you free of charge. So here's the back side. Learn the truth about Jehovah's Witnesses, jwfax.com. And this is the front.
And these were printed as a protest of a convention we were going to do, but then stupid COVID hit. And the bumper sticker.
Yeah, and then but we, of course, jwfax.com has a great information. So we just like to let people know about.
Yeah.
And then this would be a bumper sticker. So we're going to
send this. UV, everything protected. That thing's good.
We'll send this to you. and we'll mail this to you. So whoever gets the number right will be, just we'll send that to you in the mail. Okay.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and do this. Everybody that's on here.
Oh, you want to write your JW story? It was not that exciting, but had a few shocking times for me in the 7th grade.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, if you ever want to share your story with me on an interview, Zoom call, that would be great. I'd love to hear it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, guys. Here we go. Everybody in the chat right now, everybody that's on the live feed, pick a number between 1 and... No, don't write nothing else. Between 1 and 15.
Okay, you got
Well,
one.
I was setting this over here so people can see that the number's already been chosen.
Yeah, the number was chosen.
Okay, there we go. Let's see. 7. Keep going, guys. Hit it. If you're going to do it like that, we'll set the paper over here.
Okay, I got the paper.
Yeah, so they can see. Okay, keep going.
Okay. You're choosing twice.
And that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So get a few more people.
All
Anybody
right.
else wants to participate? I choose a number between 1 and 20.
I don't know if you guys ever listened to the band Kiss, but I was a huge fan and the drummer. So there's a little hint for everybody. He used this number a lot. She knows movies, actors, actresses. I don't know none of them. I just listen to what she tells me they are.
He knows musicians.
I know
actors.
Musicians.
So we can help each other.
All genres. All right, guys, keep choosing numbers here. You close.
Yeah. Close. Anybody else want to choose? I'll mail you a T-shirt.
Oh, okay. Colin, you're close. Everybody's close here. Well, 2 people are close.
Yeah, and we'll also
just think of Peter Criss for Kiss.
And if you don't get it right, then you will get the one that got it the closest to the number.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, whoever's closest will get it, but just keep going, guys. We got 16 people in the chat, so let's.
Okay. Good.
Oh, home is in a blanket. I like that. Nice to see you on here.
All right.
You can make a multiple choice if you have to.
Yeah. And I guess it would also, like, if there's too many people that have the same close to it, then we're just going to go with the one who got it, who wrote it in first.
Yep. She's flustered.
No. Okay.
That's the shirt.
Good. Yeah. All right, Shaq. Hey, Shaq.
Oh, Shaq's on. All right. Hey.
Yeah. All right. What am I picking between?
Oh, between 1 and 20.
Yeah, 1 and 20. Yeah. So if you don't get the number right, we're just going to give it to the one who got it the closest.
Yep. All right, guys. Let's see. Still got a little bit of time here. We've got about 20 seconds left on this.
Yeah.
So you get this shirt. It says, learn the truth.
Learn the truth about Jehovah's Witnesses, jwfacts.com. That's the back side.
And the front side says jwfacts.com.
They can't see it.
There it is.
Right. And then you get the bumper sticker as well.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So are we ready?
Almost.
Home's
in a blanket. Home's in a blanket here twice. No. Oh, God.
Home in a blanket. Okay. So we have.
All right. Here we go, guys.
It looks like it's going to be.
Hold on. Let's do 1. All right, everybody. Come on. Click. Hit the numbers here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Okay.
10. Okay,
right.
CJ.
The number is 13. So the CJ, you came the closest.
Yep.
Jane, I thought it was going to be you, but okay, CJ, you won because you got the closest to the number.
All right, CJ, just go ahead.
So what
email us and we'll send it to you.
So what you'll do is, which I think I did put that in the chat before is if you would email me at this email, factsonjw@gmail.com, and you're just going to put in the address where you want this shipped to, and we'll mail it to you.
Yep, we'll get it off to you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you give us your
address,
where you want it sent.
Yeah, it's don't cost you nothing, no shipping, none of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll definitely, but
congratulations, CJ.
Yeah, we'll do this again though. So thank you, and
who's this?
Oh,
CO.
CO visit, yeah. Yeah.
Man, if somebody hadn't saw, it's the blanket.
Home in a blanket. I like that.
I do. I like that title.
It's a funny name. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, so we'll send that to you, CJ, and just send me in the email the address where you want it sent, and then I'll mail it to you as soon as tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, she was getting flustered with me over the pen. She didn't quite get it. That a lot of people, when you do giveaways, they want to see you move the pen out of your reach in case you don't change the number. Yeah. So that's what I was doing, was setting it over here so you could see it was over here and it wouldn't be no funny business.
Yes. Yeah. He wrote down the number first and before we did this. So that was the number chosen.
Well, she just didn't know.
Yeah.
That's people always do that. They'll throw the pen on the other side of the room.
Okay.
You didn't know that? Like Jay. Oh, well, this guy I know, he'll just take his pen and throw it the other side of the room after he writes the number down.
Yeah. So there's no cheating. No cheating. This was like doing a raffle. The elders wouldn't approve. Oh, I know, right? Again,
that was the whole point.
Yeah, can't do. I know, because I remember we did raffles at school, and I was like, we couldn't do that. And of course, you can't play bingo because you're playing for money, possibly. Ugh, it's so annoying. All the rules.
Guys, what are the hearts that pop up? Does anybody know?
That means somebody sent a heart like this. I just did it.
Oh, okay.
It's right here. You can do that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, hi guys. I'm late and I'm fast forwarding the video at a fast speed to catch up. Okay.
Oh, hey,
I got some info about plagiarism. Yay! Okay. Please send it to me. I want to know more about the plagiarism.
Oh yeah, that's your thing. You need to know.
Jane, you had some good stuff as well. So if you could, both of you, Karaokejan, thank you for joining in. If you could please email me at the email that is sent that I posted here in the chat, factsonjw@gmail. And then if any information you come across that's about plagiarism, I would love to know. Or anything interesting. I mean, it doesn't have to be about plagiarism, just something.
She is pretty.
Something interesting. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. So just anything interesting that we might want to know about. I mean, you have some really cool stories, Jane. So
I know, man. She should write a book, no doubt.
You should write a book about all the crazy stories. Like maybe that would be a good one to be like, just
no. If she wrote a book, channel, I think it would really do super well.
It could do really well, and you could even have like a channel where you're just like, let me tell you this story, the crazy like gossip. You know a lot of gossip.
How do you? I know. I was just thinking. I was like, man, she's in the know somewhere.
Yeah, I
used to be when I had a JW Elder friend.
Yeah, I knew some things, but I didn't know a lot because I just wasn't in the know all the time. I do remember a crazy story though. There was this one young couple when in my congregation as adult. I was an adult, and this one young couple, they had just gotten married. Here's some gossip for you. Yeah, okay. They just got married. And they were friends with another couple who had recently gotten married as well. So apparently they were doing the whole wife swapping thing. Yeah. A young couple wife swapping, just got married like why would you want to do that when you just got married? You know? And they were doing all this wife swapping and videoing and all that. And they all got disfellowshipped, of course. And then I'm not sure about one couple, but I know the other couple, they got divorced. So, and I was like, their marriage was over with so quickly. It was crazy. So that's the kind of crazy stuff that goes on in the JW world. I don't know exactly if the Watchtower bought the rights to use or used it without permission. The song called Eternal Flame from Audio Machine, the song was used on their video.
Yeah, that's
called Jehovah Will Bless the Loyal in a Special Way. Now, is this a new song? I mean, is this on their current website? I will have to look that up.
JW Swingers. Yeah, that's actually something that the brother,
JW Swingers.
that elder that I knew had told me had happened in a congregation before the one he was in. He was still an elder. He was down near the coast. And he said that happened there as well. So that's hilarious.
I think it happens a lot more than we even realize.
Well, the J-dubs are so sexually messed up, man, because they think.
But it's because of the way it's taught.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is that if they would just shut up about it, and the elders and the governing body and all that would just stop talking about sex and stop overly just getting obsessed with it, then people could just live a normal life. And then they can't, and it messes them up. And
then people get out of that religion and get into the world, and they think the world is supposed to be full of whoremongers and promiscuous people. And
yeah,
it's really not. I mean, that's not the world as a whole. I mean, there are people that way, but not a lot.
So it warps the JW mind of what's a healthy view of
the world is, and sex.
And intimacy. Yeah, exactly. And it's the governing body's fault.
It happens with the Mormons too.
Well, it can happen with any high control religious group.
Yeah.
Especially if they talk too much about it.
That's like porn. That's the one thing I never got. But I know these.
You can't say that word.
Oh.
You have to say corn.
But yeah, that's what I said.
Corn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the a lot of these religious groups, man, they ask you about it. You've watched this or that, and you're like, because I guess evidently they're the ones watching it. I was thinking, well, man, it ain't me. Why do I want to watch that for? I was a worldly person. I was like, that's crazy.
Okay, so the name of the song is Jehovah Will Treat His Loyal One in a Special Way, and it sounds like it's imitating Eternal Flame from Audio Machine. Okay, I'm going to look that up and listen to it and see if it does sound the same. Possible plagiarized song. Okay.
Oh, CJ says he's having trouble with the email.
Really?
faxonjw@gmail.com.
Yeah, I've been getting emails.
Yeah.
Did you try sending another email? Because I've gotten some emails.
Yeah. Try it again, CJ. It's faxonjw. It's gmail.com.
FACTSONJW@gmail.com. The other way, another thing you could do is, if you're not able to send me a message there, you can also go on Facebook. We have a Facebook account.
Facts on JW.
Facts on JW, and you could message me on there as well. And it's just called Facts on JW.
Yeah.
So if you want to message me on there, on Messenger, and that will work as well.
Adam was given one wife, but people changed as the time went on. Yeah, true.
The Beatles song Imagine was from his studies with Jehovah's Witnesses back in the 60s. The lyrics sound like it. I have not.
I don't know.
No, it's lowercase. F as in fax is lowercase.
Yeah.
So everything's lowercase when it comes to the email.
Beatles, Imagine, meaning.
Reading a book in the 10 Commandments says no adultery. The Jewish rule was for wives, not men. The biblical time, men had more than one wife, concubines. That's true. Yes. Audio Machine has a YouTube channel, and according to Watchtower standards, is considered worldly. So why would they use it for their videos?
No, John Lennon practiced.
Yes, everything's lowercase.
It was a thing for world peace and unity. You know, he also believed in free love. Kind of like the old song, if you can't be with the one you love, be with the one you're with. He was one of those kind of guys. You know, him and Yoko posed nude, walked around their house nude quite frequently. And they were the free love hippie kind of people. So Imagine was about peace, love, happiness. Kind of like the Aleister Crowley, do what thou will kind of thing. I don't know if you guys knew it, but I think, yeah, Aleister Crowley's in one of their album covers, or on one of their album covers. Which album cover is he on? Aleister Crowley, Beatles album cover.
Yeah, I'm trying to log into my.
Oh, Sgt. Pepper's.
Sgt. Pepper. Okay.
Yeah, he's in the top left corner.
Okay. All right. There. Okay. So I just logged into my Facebook account. So if get a message on there, I can see it on Messenger. If you happen to send me a message on there, CJ. If not, you can just send me an email if you're able to. And if either way, John Denver, the singer's wife studied with Jehovah's Witnesses, and he broke that up. Some JWs were at his concert. He asked them to stand up in audience and said, wife is not becoming a Jehovah's Witness. Wow.
You know, they used to say Tommy James studied with Jehovah's Witnesses, but what actually happened, I watched his interview, he never did, but the song that he got come from a young man that wrote a poem in Georgia. And supposedly this young man, Tommy James, don't know if the guy was a witness or not, but supposedly the young man that wrote the poem was a witness. But Tommy James changed some of the lyrics in the song.
Oh, yeah. The video also has a scene that shows a person showing the horned hand symbol, which is a satanic. It freaked me out. Oh, interesting.
The horned hand, if they're talking about the heavy metal thing like this right here also can be, it's an Italian or Sicilian thing, actually. And it's to block a curse, or they use it to put a curse on somebody as well. It's kind of silly.
Yeah.
That's where Dio started doing it, just so you know.
But I doubt it works.
It don't work.
Okay. Oh, you're surprised Rutherford isn't on the cover?
Oh, what? Of Beatles.
That's funny.
John.
Patti Smith, rock and roll singer in the band group Jehovah's Witness. Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I knew that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You mentioned that, Patti Smith. I didn't know who she was. Okay.
Huh. Well, Patti Smith right here.
I'm going to definitely look that up about the song Jehovah will treat his loyal ones in a special way in the eternal flame from Audio Machine.
She looks old these days.
Let's see. Now, I'm guessing she didn't remain JW.
Oh, wow. She's 78. Wow.
Wow.
I do feel old now. Yeah. She come out of the punk rock movement.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
So CJ, if you, whenever I get a message from you, I'll be sure and get your information and send it to you. Send you that T-shirt.
Definitely. The CO visits, even so, what consent, marriage, adults, choose to do, more power to them. What business is it of anyone? You got a point there too, you know. If they're consenting adults and they're mature adults consenting at an age, it's on them. I mean, this might not be for me. I don't agree with it. I can tell them I don't agree with it, but it's still their choice. They're adults. It's Jehovah's Witnesses that want to put themselves in everybody's business. Yeah, I got tricked into going to one of those parties one time in LA, and man, no, the funniest story. I don't know how old some of you guys are on here. Years ago, back in the way back days, there was a band called the Tubes, and they done a song. She's one in a million, or she's a beauty. She's a beauty. That was it. A friend of mine said, "Man, we got to go see this band. They're going to play at this club. This will be the last time we'll get a chance to see them." I'm like, "Okay, let's go see them." So we get tickets. We go in there, and I had never. You got to remember, I was a naive country boy from Alabama who was a musician with long hair. I go in this club, and I'd never heard of fetish bands until that night, and I had no clue the Tubes were a fetish band. That was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Wow. I didn't know Naomi Campbell grew up with JW. Okay, I know who she is.
I didn't know that
model,
neither.
Yeah. Interesting.
Of course, we already mentioned Dave Mustaine. He never was a baptized member.
No. But he grew up in it, and it was enough to
having to go out and
mess
service
him up. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's another thing is talking about Jehovah's Witness and mental health. Like if you're in the religion, it creates a lot of anxiety and depression and, really bad thoughts, a lot of sadness, anger.
No.
But and then when you leave, you're dealing with issues still, like, because if some of the people who've left, they end up losing their family, so that's hard to deal with. So it is good to be able to have a place where you can talk about how you feel and to cope with the feelings of being shunned or not, or feeling like maybe you don't belong, because you will eventually. For those of you who are maybe newly out, you will eventually feel normal. It just takes time, and I do believe that counseling can be helpful. Jane, with the right counselor, though, that's important.
No, not a fetish band like punk rock, but a fetish band like a leather mask, ball in somebody's mouth, a paddle of cat o' nine tails, various other things. That kind of fetish band.
Well, I had no idea that President Eisenhower grew up a Jehovah's Witness.
Did you know? I did not. I thought somebody in his family studied, but yeah. I'd heard something about it. I didn't know that he grew up one, but I knew.
Yeah, and they did. Yeah, unfortunately, Jehovah's
when did his mother?
Okay, I'm not sure. Jehovah's Witnesses tears up families and make you feel guilty all the time because they're not perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
It's true, and that's the problem: is that fear, obligation, guilt. It's all these negative emotions. But once you leave that organization, you will no longer feel those negative feelings. You will feel sadness, of course, initially, and it may be hard to deal with because you're like, well, what do I do now? But it will all come to you with time, and you just, get some hobbies, find something to replace that, and something positive.
Yes, his mom was a Bible student. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So we're talking.
Yeah, Russell.
President Eisenhower's mother?
Yeah.
Was Russell-like thing. Okay.
And she was friends with the original president of the Watchtower. What was his name?
Tell me there weren't a ton of Jehovah's Witnesses secretly watching 50 Shades of Grey and doing that kinky stuff in their bedrooms. Yes, I know for a fact there were. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's sick, man.
I personally, as a Jehovah's Witness, I did not watch that movie. I think I watched bits and pieces of it. That's what,
Freaking at the
I watched
freaker's
bits
ball.
and pieces of it. It was a little much for me.
Blow your whistle, bang
Now,
you
I watched
go.
some stuff that was definitely not JW approved on HBO. Like Game of Thrones or Spartacus. That was on Stars. That stuff was pretty explicit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I don't know. Fuzzy handcuffs.
The Blue Envelope channel has a whole episode about Eisenhower and JW connection.
Oh, cool. That is cool.
Very cool. We have to look into that. I'm going to write that down. Let's just talk about all the famous people we know that were involved with the religion, like Serena Williams, a newly baptized member because of her mother. I think her mother's a witness. Her father wasn't. Something similar to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, the Blue Envelope channel. I keep hearing that a lot. Have I watched that?
Seems like we have seen that. Yes.
Okay. Because I keep
not
seeing
as popular.
A lot of people keep
I haven't
mentioning
heard of them as
Coco,
much.
come over here.
But there's a lot of channels out there, so I'm going to write this down. Eisenhower. And
we have another dog, but we can't pick her up. She bites.
I mean, she will bite you if you try to pick her. She gets scared. You're going to drop her. Oh yeah, Harry Potter. Yeah, you couldn't watch that for sure. I never did watch Harry Potter. I was scared.
Now.
No, I know. I was scared of it. Like I thought, I was like, oh, but then.
Oh, Bewitched. Couldn't watch Bewitched neither.
No, but I was scared to watch Harry Potter. Now I love Harry Potter and I watch it every day. Literally every day I watch it. I watch an episode, to wind down at night.
J.K. Rowling was very brilliant, and there's so much they didn't put into the movies that was in the books.
Yeah, reading the books might be better.
Oh, yeah, but when you're looking at the movie, there's so many little things going on that you don't pay attention until maybe the 10th time of seeing it. Yeah. You're like, I didn't know that was moving.
I know, like I was noticing something the other day. I was like, in one of the episodes, I was like, oh, hey, look at so-and-so, over there in the background. You're like, oh yeah, I didn't know he was over there.
Yep. The Cass the comedian voice. Also Cat Williams. We always got to mention him. Cat Williams is not happy being a JW. Oh. He grew up with one and was not happy about it.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Wayans brothers. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The Wayans brothers.
Yes, they were.
But he's a Jehovah's Witness, but he
still is
on YouTube a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're twins, right? So is one a witness and one is not? Harry Potter read the books. Forget them. But I read the book Guns, Germs, and Steel by Jared Diamond, and my JW nephew threw it away. Why?
What?
Guns, Germs, and Steel. Why? Was it bad? He said not to read it because it had guns in the title. Oh my god! So
oh my!
You bought another. Well, make sure you hide that book from him, and don't let any of those JWs come around you much. They do some crazy things, and they think they're entitled to do and say whatever they want. Like I know my stepfather, he would go to your house.
Yeah.
Okay, you're Jehovah's Witness. He come to your house. No. Well, Jehovah's Witnesses are not Jehovah's Witnesses. He will come to your home, and then let's just say your kid is playing a video game that he doesn't approve of. He will sit there and tell you, "Hey, you need to turn that off. You're gonna die in Armageddon if you keep playing that video game." And he would do stuff like that, and in your own home. I'm like, who the heck do you think you are telling me what to do in my own home? I mean, he's so annoying with that. So I know, like, anytime we were around him, we would just make sure we didn't turn the TV on and we just let him handle the TV, because if I chose something, it would be bad, according to him, even though it wasn't. So he would get annoying with that.
Oh, we always forget George Benson. George Benson's a JW. Breezing.
So there's like 5 Wayans brothers. I didn't know that. The father was a JW. Billy D. Williams grew up a JW.
Yeah.
Family, but he never got baptized. Now, who's Billy D. Williams? I don't know.
Billy D. Williams, Star Wars. Black dude.
The one with the back in the 70s?
Yeah.
That one? Or okay. The one where he was the what do you call?
I think that's it. Billy D. Williams.
Okay.
Yeah. Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Lando Calrissian.
Okay. A sister was homely and single, had a lot of romance novels. Elders' wives told it. They put her on public reproof for 3 years. Oh my God, so ridiculous.
Yeah.
George Benson.
He's still a JW. That's true.
No, who's George Benson?
He is a musician, a guitar player, really, really good musician.
Mm-hmm. Show me what he looks like.
Overweight black dude.
Okay.
Let's see.
Lando.
George Benson.
So how do you get in the music industry and stay a Jehovah's Witness?
Is he still overweight? Let's see. Oh yeah, he's back to overweight again.
Okay.
He went skinny, fat. Now I guess he's fat again. Really great musician.
Huh.
Plays like jazz and like a blues jazz.
Lady sings the blues. He was her boyfriend in the movie with Diana Ross. Oh, you heard George Benson died? Let's see.
Nope.
No, he's still alive.
Soul jazz, yeah.
Larry Graham is a JW?
What? Wow.
Are you sure?
Do you know who Larry Graham is?
Isn't he like...
He's a musician.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard of him, yes.
I mean, a really, really good musician. I was just talking to artists about him today.
Oh, really? So you heard it in Los Angeles, Jehovah's Witnesses are different? Okay, I don't know. Well, they are a little more liberal out there. So maybe. Coco Pee.
Yeah, because before Grand Funk Railroad had their name, it was, let's see, what was it?
Larry Graham.
Yeah.
Is Larry Graham a Jehovah's Witness?
Is he or was he? Man, because some of the songs he sang. Well, he was also on his own. You know, he had his own band for a long time.
Okay, it says here, that Larry Graham is a Jehovah's Witness, and he became a member in 1975.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. 1975, when the world was supposed to be ending.
Oh, you know, Sly Stone just died, man.
Yeah.
That's messed up. Super good. Yeah, Larry Graham and the Graham Band. That's what was that song he sang? It was so good. Jeez, now it's going to drive me crazy. The tune stuck in my... Yeah. I know tunes and then the lyrics come to me.
In the Brooklyn Park congregation in Minnesota. Wow. That's interesting.
Slap bass technique, yeah, man.
And Prince died a Jehovah's Witness. My cousin was a Jehovah's Witness in Los Angeles, and she said they had a lot of freedom. Well, do they shun over there?
There it is.
I wonder. George Benson got called out by the society for guest starring on an episode, Mike Hammer, the series that starred Stacy Keach.
Everyday People.
Wow. One in a Million song by Larry Graham.
Yeah, there's that song in the 60s he did. It's really famous, and it's like really great to learn to play slap bass. And I'm trying to think of the song.
So why did the Jehovah's Witnesses have a problem with George Benson having the guest star?
Graham Central Station.
Stacy. Yeah. Crazy rules they have, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like nothing makes sense. So, all right, guys. Well, I guess, it's been about 2 hours for us. Selena? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about her.
Oh, yeah, she was a JW?
Well, actually, her mother and father were studying with the witnesses, and they became Jehovah's Witnesses. And then she was like,
Donald Glover?
I don't know if she got baptized or not. I'm not sure.
Teresa Graves? Wow.
But supposedly I hear the rumor goes that Selena, when she got shot, that she would have survived had she taken a blood transfusion, and she didn't, and that's why she died. But I don't know if that's true or not. So if anyone knows, but yeah, I don't believe her other siblings were Jehovah's or became Jehovah's Witnesses, but I know her parents did, and I guess maybe she did.
Man, I did not know some of these people were.
Yeah.
Teresa Graves. I don't know if you ever saw Laugh-Ins, but yeah, it was back in the 70s. So
maybe that's something we can talk about. Is we can have a YouTube episode where we talk about all the Jehovah's Witness, the famous JWs out there, or ones that used to be Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, her assassin's still in jail, never going to get out. They just denied her parole.
George Carlin.
George Carlin. Oh, I love George Carlin.
Yeah, he was funny.
He was Catholic. He grew up hardcore Catholic.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you want me to swear on my mom's breast? I don't care if they fall off."
Oh my goodness.
Sure, I'll swear on him. He's funny, man.
That is funny.
George Carlin.
Yeah.
The CO. Well, what was this?
But I would like to know if anybody knows about Selena. Was she baptized?
Donald Glover. Now that I didn't know.
Yeah, was she baptized? And also, I'm pretty sure her parents became witnesses and got baptized, because I watched the movie, and they showed in the movie about Selena that the You Can Live Forever in Paradise on Earth book. So something I'll have to check on.
Oh, I think I saw something about somebody else whose family was, but they wouldn't. Lamont from Sanford and Son. I think his family were JWs, but he wasn't, of course. I forget his name. Damon Williams, is that right?
Hispanic guy, actor who grew up JW, but can't think of his name. I don't know.
Chico and the Man. Chico.
Well, what time period are we talking?
Yeah. You ever heard of Chico and the Man?
Are you talking about Cheech and Chong?
No.
Okay.
No. Way back when, in the old school, Thomas Hino's this TV series called Chico and the Man. It was really funny.
I didn't know.
He was Puerto Rican too. He was funny as hell. George Carlin was funny. Yes, he was a hoot, man. You know what's cool is a lot of his comedy, even though it was centered around events of the time, it's still relevant today. It's kind of neat. I like that. It's the God host Breakfast Club. Huh? The God of hosts the Breakfast Club.
Charlemagne, the God host of the Breakfast Club.
Oh.
Charlemagne. Could I gift it to Jane Spitfire because I'm getting real trouble? Sure.
What?
But you're not able to send an email, CJ? That's a bit weird. And
okay, Jane, send us your info.
Yeah, that's fine. Jane, if you wait, you know what? I've gotten an email from her. Jane, if you want to, since CJ is having trouble,
he decided to gift it over to you.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Because
CJ.
she was also the next one that was
that's
closest. True. But if you want to just send an email, Jane, and with this shirt size as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention people's shirt size. That's important. We got all the shirt sizes, so we're good.
Yeah, tell me the shirt size in the email, and then
that was cool, CJ. You're super good, man.
Yeah. But I would like to know why he's not able to send an email.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
I don't have any spam.
Yeah.
And then also, if you can also message me on Messenger.
Well, if you fix what's going on, man, we'll try to fix it. We'll do another giveaway later.
Yeah.
Because we still got some of these left over from, like I said, this is from the COVID thing.
That's my fax. That's my Facebook.
Turn it around for a second.
Fax. And that's fax and then on and then JW. So you can also send me a message there.
So. Oh, what was that?
So
delivery.
Anyways, just send
about
me
Saturday night.
The name of the address where you want it sent and the shirt size.
That would knock on the door, and they. You know what? I forgot about that, but yeah, that was a good one.
Oh yeah, I know. There's always been like some silly skits out there, hasn't there, about Jehovah's Witnesses, or also what's the name of that cartoon that's kind of controversial? Cartoon with the little guys. They're like school kids. Do you know who I'm talking about? It's a
oh yeah, South Park.
South Park, yeah.
They got one
they've
where
talked
they do
about
it.
Jehovah's Witnesses too. Okay, Jane, cool. And make sure if you have any more information about plagiarism, I would love to know it. If you have any like sources where I can find it. Right.
Yeah, South Park was hilarious with the Jehovah's Witnesses episode.
Yeah.
They do a Mormon one too.
Yeah.
That's man. What's this?
Have you seen the British TV show comedy about Jehovah's Witnesses? Everyone Burns? I have not.
I haven't either. I'll have to check it out.
Everyone Burns? That sounds funny. Okay. Yay. Thank you, Jane, for sending me the info.
Guys, so quick question. Real quick before we get off of here. Mm-hmm. What do you think you would like to see the most of? Do you like Casey's interviews the most? Do you like to hear the history? Do you like a mix of both? Mm-hmm. Do you like to see current events? A good blend of everything? What do you guys want to see?
Or, all of the above.
Because we're really trying to figure this out and trying to help as many people as we can. Because the goal is to try to help people wake up that is not awake. Mm-hmm. And, I know the interviews with the people that's left really help. I have saw that. But also showing people the links, like in the description, the actual information they can go read seems to work too.
Everyone Else Burns is a TV show. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I know.
Let me write this down.
You got a whole notepad going over here.
Everyone Else Burns.
We need to bring a notepad British up here when we do this. But anyway, just let us know what you guys think. It's So
do you want a mixture? Do you want updates? Do you want interviews?
Yeah.
Or do you want like kind of like or like just the JW? What were you saying before? It's kind of like their information.
Like the interviews. Like the interviews seem to go. The links. Like when I do. Like I did the thing with Jeffrey Windbag.
Oh, discussion topics. Right.
Right. When I done the thing with Jeffrey Windbag, and I showed
JW history.
How they keep saying.
So all of the above.
Obey. As a matter of fact, they use the word obey the faithful slave. Don't you trust? They keep saying, don't you trust the faithful slave? Don't you trust? Don't you trust? Over and over. Mm-hmm. Do you trust me? Mm-hmm. It's over and over and over. It's like brainwashing 101.
Yeah.
And then, so I put the links in there with Windbag talking about all the information from 1939 or 1839 or 79. God. And so you could go read it. And I got a lot of response that people like seeing those links that they can click on and go read the information.
All right, so a mixture. So we do the interviews, discussion topics, how to help Jehovah's Witnesses wake up. That's a good one. JW history, JW contradictions in the doctrine.
Mix up. Okay.
That's true. That's how I was going to do about
live shows are fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Plagiarism is one of the things I had in mind coming up soon. And because if they're Jehovah's channel, then why do they need to plagiarize anyone else's information? And then also how they're hung up on materialism. And really, the thing is, they're just hung up on a lot of things.
Yeah.
They're hung up on sex. They're hung up on materialism. They're hung up on why you can't celebrate any holidays and everything's pagan and everything's superstitious and blah, blah, blah. So they just have a lot of hang-ups. I call it religious hang-ups.
Yeah.
List of watchtower businesses and investments.
Oh, I can do that. I just actually done a big research on that. So
how will they go extinct? Yes.
Well, that's part of what I was researching. There's
Yeah.
a huge bunch of their investments and things that they own.
Yeah, they are hung up on the. Well, I don't know. They kind of overlook the whole alcoholic thing, but
Drink it
because so many of them do it.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if Anthony Morris was not put out because of his drinking, and now it's been enough time to bring him back in as if he was under some
it's possible,
health issue.
Yeah.
Oh possible. Yeah, now he's all better.
Yeah. But he's not in Bethel at all. I mean, he's not a helper. He's not a governing body member. I mean, he's nothing. They just removed him and they didn't tell anybody what happened.
And then they removed his videos.
He's not disfellowshipped.
But they brought his videos back. So something's up. I mean, when I started seeing videos that I've been looking for popping up, something's up. That actually, I didn't know what to say. I was befuddled. I was like, man, I've been looking for this video. Now here it is. I don't need it, but wow.
You think different JW overseas do things differently than here? That's very possible too, because of different cultures. Yeah. People have a different way of thinking, different way of doing things. Although they're getting the same information from the headquarters. So I don't really know why things would be different.
Yeah. I wondered that maybe he got reinstated. I don't know.
But did he ever get disfellowshipped? I mean,
nobody saw him down in Lumberton at the Kingdom Hall.
Proof that Armageddon is not coming.
His wife was there from, the little leaks and stuff. Where was he?
But he wasn't there.
Yeah. It's kind of odd, isn't it?
Very odd. Well, maybe one day we will find out what's really going on. For now, we're just speculating. I mean, there's also a possibility because we think that he truly was a believer.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe that.
He's going to be talking too much, and he'll say things they don't want the police to know.
Yeah.
And because he thinks, well, Jehovah's on our side, so we can get through this and we can overcome any of the lawsuits. And they're like, no, that's not true.
Get out of here. Hush.
We don't actually believe in Jehovah, actually, by the way. But we're not going to let you know that, Anthony. So you just need to leave.
Thanks, CJ.
Yeah. Yeah, how did you like the part when he threw in that one about the poltergeist, huh?
How did you like the laugh?
Oh yeah, like, I am Jehovah. Listen to me. Yes.
I wasn't Jehovah. I was the devil.
Oh, the devil. Okay, I thought he was supposed to be Jehovah. Same thing.
No, I was like my faithful witnesses.
My faithful witnesses. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, what God do they serve, anyways? Huh?
Yeah.
There was one JW lady who left Jehovah's Witnesses after she visited Bethel. She was shocked about the pictures with sex organs on them. Wow.
Bring Tony back.
They probably see the writing on the wall and are willing to try anything, including bringing Tony back. She was here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. Well, I mean, bringing Tony back, are they going to bring just his videos back like we've seen some?
Yeah.
Or are they bringing him back? I don't know. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to. I'm really curious.
Yeah.
Of what you guys think, because those videos being popping back up that's yeah.
Oh, she made you okay.
I was shocked.
Well, so what's the name of her channel? And that's pretty cool that she was able to wake up after seeing those pictures. That's pretty interesting. Stop moving around.
Well, quit tapping my leg. She's ready to go, guys. It's been like 2 hours and almost 15 minutes.
We really enjoyed it, and
our members are up to 20 now.
Oh, darn! Well, we're supposed to. Yeah. Did you see the Prodigal Son Watchtower movie? Oh yeah. I did see that. Like when it first came out.
I didn't.
Oh yeah, it was good. I actually have it. So you don't you think it's funny how he had sex one time, and immediately afterwards he was crying, like I can't believe I did that. And then he's just like so remorseful, and so then he gets reproved, right? Because it happened one time, right? That's the key, right? One and done. Oh my God, I did something so disgusting. So, I mean, that's how they want you to think. And it's just stupid, That was so sad, that sex crap on it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the thing. It really pollutes the mind, that whole religion. It's a destructive religion, and that's like any cult. It's very destructive.
Yes, it is. Right. And they usually do have, if they're really truly high control, if they're really truly high control religious group, they will typically be thinking that anything sexual is as sinful. So they don't.
Oh, she's talking about the phallus on the drawing. Oh, the songbook.
Oh, yeah, we thought.
Yeah. I guess that's what she's talking about, the songbook, because that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I just showed that on Sunday.
Yeah.
The back of the songbook, but it showed the man's.
Much love.
You know what?
Poor JW.
Yes, love you too. But yeah, just like most high control groups, I mean, religious groups in particular, they usually they are fixated on sex too much, and I don't know what their deal is. And then a lot of them are pedophile. I can't say that word. Yeah, predators, we'll say.
Yeah,
a lot of them do have those issues. So unfortunately, that is the reality of these high control groups. So, for example, the Children of God, they are a cult, and they were basically nothing but pedos. I mean, that's what they were, and imitating Christianity. I mean, it's such a facade.
Thank you, Born JW. Smash the like button.
Thank you.
Subscribe, guys. I know we got quite a few people in now.
Yes. Thank you for watching. And
Born JW, you were cool, man.
Hey, before I go, let me just show you this picture one more time, since we're talking about this subject. Let me go grab my book.
Oh, go grab your book. Man, I got so many old watchtowers. I don't even. Hey, Dougie, I'd like to I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll do one on all their assets and let everybody see it, and let everybody know all their investments, and post all the links so you can go look at it yourself. Because you know what's crazy? They got to pay taxes. They got to report it.
Yeah. And then, okay, so speaking of the
phalluses
songbook, they don't like this one anymore. They changed it, but this is what used to be. And you can see that. Yeah. Somebody was playing jokes on them.
That's very obvious, man. That's
it must have been a PMO,
Yeah. Is it just the one? Yeah, it's just the one.
The one, yeah.
Yeah, it's very obvious.
It's like, what the heck? I mean, how did they print these? Like, yeah. Okay. All right. Let me look here.
And that's just out of place, too. And you could tell that's what it is meant to be.
Looks good. All right. I think we'll print this.
That's not pareidolia.
We're going to print this. Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Until somebody was like, oh my God, what? And they're like, oh, crap. We didn't notice that. We're going to change it.
Because you would think pareidolia, something to look like something because of the way the art is. No, that's actually just blatantly there. Crazy. I know you did, let's see, viewers. Yeah, the other 25 viewers. Thank you. Jane, born I did. Jane. Oh, bye. Take care. Bye, Jane. Take care. Always a pleasure having you on.
Oh, you're talking to the other 20. You're talking to the other 25 viewers. Okay. Delivery. Okay, 7. Thank you for joining in. All right. Well, we are probably going to go ahead and end the live stream. Unless something else you want to say?
I hate it. Well, guys, if you hadn't checked out the video, it's
the last one he did was it's called The Boys in Power, God Directed or Frauds.
Yep.
That was the last one that he did.
And go check it out and make sure you look in the description of the video, because in the description is links to all the information. That way, you know, they're always saying, hey, show me the proof. Where are the links? Where's the information you're talking about? Mm-hmm. Well, go read it for yourself.
Yeah,
it's Our Lord Saves over there. I've got the books. You can go buy all this stuff on eBay, but it would cost you a fortune. Like somebody said, oh, what's going to stop Watchtower from buying all of the millions now living will never die and destroy them? Mm-hmm. Well, I added it up just to see it, because there's about 1 million copies left in existence.
Yeah.
So think about that at $200 a pop. Yes. They're not going to buy them all up and destroy them. If they do, hey, more power to them. There's going to be some happy people selling that material.
Yeah.
Because they printed 3 million of them. Rutherford did. Well, wait a minute. The first printing was 3 million. The second printing was 2.5 billion. So 5.5 million. Then they're not going to destroy all those. And it's like Our Lord Saves. It was printed by the millions. All the Russell stuff was, because, you know, they bought all those presses. So they was printing stuff like ridiculous amounts.
Okay, Daniel, you want to see more interviews and apologetics for real Christian beliefs. Okay. All right, cool.
That's her forte.
I do have a contact about that. So, yeah, I will look into that. Thank you.
Okay. And apologetics as well. Who was this?
Daniel Frazier.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. That's that's what I want to hear, is hear what people want to see. Mm-hmm. Because it gives us a guide on which way to go. Mm-hmm. Because the important part is to provide these things for you guys and for the new people that's trying to find their way out of the cult.
Yeah, that's true.
So in that way, you know, everybody's enjoying them. Mm-hmm. Because what I like, everybody might not like. See, I love history. History is my thing.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, and I can dive in and just.
But some people find that boring.
Yeah. And especially the way I describe it, because, you know, I'm describing it in a more boring way because I'm absorbing while I'm talking. Mm-hmm. And so people, it's like a monotone, where I'm not a monotone person. So.
Well, you're just going to have to change.
Plus, I get real nervous in the camera. I'm not, for some reason, the live feeds, I think it's the interaction makes me feel like, oh, I could do this all night.
It just takes time. We'll get there. We're new at this.
Yeah. So now she does the interviews. She's really good at that. Casey has got that thing. She's good, and everybody seems to like them.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you good.
It's just getting the like when we're doing these doing the little videos and the software. You know, trying to learn how to use all this technology can be challenging.
Well, people like my last video quite a bit. I was actually impressed.
Thank you, JW.
They like the links. They like being able to click on the information, but some people didn't see the links in the description. So you have to click on the links and then go down. And you can actually go straight to the UN website too and look at the letter the UN wrote about the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oops.
What did you do? Oh, there we are. Yeah, so you can go to the United Nations website and see where they were part of it. And there's a whole letter written by the UN and describing it. And in order for them to be a part of it, they had to submit to the organization. So they had to agree to be a part of the United Nations and agree to uphold the code and to basically
they had to pledge their allegiance to the UN, which we said.
Oh yeah, it says pledge allegiance. Yeah, that's what they had to do.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. And
how about Jehovah's Witness comedy skits?
Oh, yeah,
that's her. That's her shorts.
Well, yeah. I think those are fun comedy skits. But definitely do that. If you have any suggestions on what kind of comedy you want to see, that would be good.
Because that's lighthearted, man, and it gets the point across, and it's still really lighthearted. It kids, it's good to leave it a laugh.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right. Okay, well, I guess we'll go ahead and end the live stream. And thank you so much for joining.
Bye, guys.
We're definitely we'll do this again on Sunday at what time do you think?
What time do we always tell everybody?
Well, we've done different times.
6, 5? What time?
Well, you said between 3 and 5 p.m., remember?
Oh, 5. Okay.
So we'll probably do it at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. So, and we'll send out a notification.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
I love your.
Oh, cool. Thank you, man.
Oh, that's a delivery, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
We'll see
Peace.
See you soon.
Love. See you guys.